I'm One Precious Light, and today I'm going into some light body readings for you. So, light body readings, we go into all levels and layers of the field. Every layer of the field actually exists in a different density. So we look multi-dimensionally at your presence. So it's not just the physical body, we're looking at the energetic presence and define what's going on. So we look through all the chakras, we look in every level and layer of the field to look for blocks or distortions. And this is a really organic process to have blocks. It's part of the way we were built so that our minds and emotions can evolve into higher states of consciousness without creating trauma for ourselves. So we're blocked from certain realities or experiences so that we don't create the negative one. If you have a lower vibrational thought or a trauma, it will create a dense energy block within your energy field. And the purpose of that, and the positive purpose of that, is to temper your creative ability in this time-space reality. And so you have a negative thought, it goes into the block. Another negative thought, it goes into the block. If it's the same negative thought, it will continue to collect in this block. If you have a trauma, those are usually held in the emotional field, and those need to be cleared and fully released. If you keep experiencing the same trauma or re-wounding of something, it's because you hold a block there. If you have a block that was created by a negative thought, you will also create those experiences because of the block, but they won't go out and immediately create it. So once we are fully clear, our field is clear, we have reached source directly, we're channeling source energy, we have no blocks, we've moved into the 8D light body, which is a rainbow body, and even at the solar body level, we have activated grace, that's at the 7D level. Whatever you think and feel will go out into the universe and it will create something. So as you evolve, you become more powerful within reality. So as we're learning about our power, these blocks contain the energy and the information from the lower densities. And because you have that block, you will attract those realities to help you to see it and to clear it, okay? So what we do in OPL Quantum Healing is we can look at the entire field. We can actually go in and visually see what's going on, where the blocks are. If you're having issues with the mental field, with the emotional field, with spiritual energies, with the physical body. We don't do a lot with the physical body right now because we're not doctors, so we are energy healers. But by fixing or clearing the blocks in the energy field, you will then many times heal the physical body. Okay, so there's an evolutionary process with all of these, and through that evolutionary process, you gain wisdom. So you clear a block, you become wiser and smarter about how you use your mind and your emotions. More elevated. Is it coming from love? Is it coming from coherence? Is it coming from a place of wanting to make the world a better place? Or is it coming from selfish, inverted places, intentions? Okay. So as you have these negative thoughts or traumas, they're holding this energy in the space in your field. And although you will experience these over and over, you're not creating them in the external world for other people to experience, or for the collective to experience, or the planetary collective to experience. And that's why we have these. It's protection for ourselves, but also protection for other selves. Okay, so as you evolve and you clear the blocks, you raise your frequency, gradually elevate into higher levels of abilities, of conscious expansion, reach with your consciousness. So the clearer your field, the further you are up as far as densities and dimensions. And you move through this process of light body activation. So we have 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D in space-time. We have those realities and those light bodies, and there is a very, very specific process to move through those, so that as you develop more power within the field, that you use it with integrity. If you do not use it with integrity, you won't be able to move up this ladder, and that is what OPL Quantum Healing does, is we help you to clear, but also develop the integrity needed to be able to maintain and sustain these higher states of consciousness and frequency. So what we're seeing today with the light body reading is I'm being shown two groups of people, and there is a level at which you probably will need guidance and support in transformations, and that's because at this phase we're in, there's breaking points or thresholds or gateways that can get pretty intense. So if you have help and guidance spiritually as well as energetically, it makes these transitions a lot smoother. Okay, and they're literally bringing this up here. So there's an inner conflict about whether or not you should ask for help or need to ask for help. So if you're feeling this inner conflict, it's always good to just reach out for someone that you trust and see if you can get some guidance, okay? Because when we're really self-contained and we don't have that mirror to reflect back to us distortions in our own vision and perception, because you are seeing through the densities, you're seeing through the blocks and the distortions in your field, that creates a foggy lens, okay, especially with self-perception. So to have someone help you cleanse your lens, to clear your field and perceive yourself with more clarity is really helpful on this path. And now a really good energy healer and channel will be able to not only see the distortions, but will see the soul and the spiritual energies. So they'll be able to transcend space-time to move into your cosmic presence, your spiritual presence, who you are at the highest levels, and then what is clouding your lens and your experience, so that you can then eventually be able to see that for yourself. And then the spiritual presence becomes your guide once you have a clear connection, okay? So if you're having this inner conflict, then ask for help and support and see who is able to help you with this clearing. So we're seeing two groups here. One is at 50 kilohertz and one is at 500 kilohertz. The 50 kilohertz group are probably 3D, 4D, but we're seeing with both of these groups, there's a tipping point here. The 50 kilohertz group is at a tipping point to move into advanced 4D, and the 500 kilohertz is at a tipping point to move into 5D. Okay, they're 4D into 5D. And what we're seeing is this higher spiritual awareness. All the higher gateways are open and activated and active. But we get into the physical body. The crown is shut down. So most likely these people are sitting in the higher fields and are not embodying at all, okay? The crown is shut down. All the chakras in the body are wobbling, even into the earth star, and then the earth gateway is shut down. So the physical reality is blocked in, and there is this higher spiritual awareness. It's great to have this higher spiritual awareness, but what we need to do now in these times is actually to bring that into the body, into the earth plane, and to ground it, okay? So this is the issue we're seeing today. So people at 500 kilohertz are going to want to start preparing to move into the 5D system, because the people that are at the 500 kilohertz, they're 4D and really accessing these higher states of consciousness, but can't ground, can't get into the body, maybe can't manifest the things they're working to manifest. It's because your energy isn't flowing through the body. It's stuck in the higher realms. And so for those beings, you're going to want to start working towards shifting into the 5D, and that means moving into the 5D core and moving into the upgraded chakra system. So with the Enzo Academy, you can work with, and you can do these on your own if you know how to do them, work with the crystal white fire. This will help to purify your energy, as well as raise your frequency. You're at 500 kilohertz. You can't move into the 5D system till you're at 600. So you need to raise your frequency a little bit, but there's not too much to do. You can work on Zai, which is this is a crown opening mudra. That is Kujikiri. So it helps with opening higher faculties, and the crown needs to be open, so you could do Metatron's cube activation as well. And then we have the Galactic Healing Transmission. This is also the Ascension Stargate transmission, and what this does is it prepares your energy to ground into the 5D core, because it attunes it to the Ascension Stargates, okay? So that's what the 500 people moving into the 5D that are ready for this, that's what you need to be working on. Those that are at 50 kilohertz, there is an awakening process here that you are beginning to tune into these. And for people at 50 kilohertz, you could have all of these open, but could not connect to them because your frequency is not high enough. So you could feel spacey, out of body, not able to ground again, not able to manifest, not being able to really create a lot of change on the earth plane. That's because you're sitting up here, but you're probably not even conscious of it at all because your frequency isn't quite high enough there. So for those people, you're going to want to work with the Ascension Mastery class, 4 Phases of Alchemy. This is a great introductory class, as well as the Spiritual Alchemy class, to introduce you into new fundamental spiritual concepts and ideas that will help you to integrate the intuitive knowing with the intellectual knowing, and that way you can move forward with more confidence, because we're moving from a landscape that's all intellect, all rocks and stones, to a more spiritually based reality. Those two have to merge to be able to walk down this path coherently. Okay, and then the other one is the Velvet Purple Flame. And this meditation helps to realign you with your true north, okay, your North Star. So with the false AI templates we're seeing in the 5th level of the field due to certain interventions that we've had, there's a false template being projected, and what it does is it distorts the 5th level of the field, so much so that people cannot find their source to the divine. Doesn't mean it's not there, they just can't find it, they can't connect with it. So the Velvet Purple Flame realigns that and helps people anchor in to their true north, and that way you can begin following that path again. Okay, if that is out of alignment, you will think you're following your true north, but you're actually going to be walking this way instead of this way. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So one group really needs to align with the Mother Arc, that's the 5D, the blue ray, okay, shifting into that, and the other group needs to align with their true north, true divine. Okay, so a lot of information today. There is a message about needing to trust, find someone you trust that will help you and assist you with your energy and your field, and allow yourself to be helped. Know that people that are able to help you will feel right to you and will be aligned. And the few things that could be blocking some of you guys from asking for this help is just wanting to control the process and not trusting others. So know that people that are right to help you will be selfless, will be humble, and will know that it's down to your free will, meaning they won't manipulate you. Let me see if there's anything else here. That, as far as asking for help with energy. Look for synchronicities. Look for synchronicities around you as far as who's right to work with, and they will bring you a sense of hope, a sense of joy, a sense of abundance, and hope. Okay, and If you feel that, that is divine intelligence nudging you and sending you signs, okay? So that is it. We'll see you next week.